Hello everyone, Delightful here. I like the novel and the new, so today, let's see what the indie world has for me and you. Today, pretend it says it here, this is Core Devourer. Core Devourer, it's a free demo off Steam. It's a Horde Survival-like, but not a Vampire Survival-like. It's not that. I tend to bounce off those kind of games. I don't particularly like them. There, I said it. This game is a Horde Survival-like, or a Wave Survival game, right? In that I have far more control, literally more control, than say a Vampire Survival-like, which usually doesn't give you a dash, doesn't give you the ability to target, doesn't give you the ability to aim, right? Also, I have this energy weapon here, which I can either right-click, and I can do like a little crabby gun, which sounds like a pop gun, so it's kind of weak, or I like rechamber it, yeah, and then there we go, that sound there, it turns into a sword, right? Energy blade, now that's quite effective. Now note, okay, we'll do an upgrade. Random upgrades like Vampire Survival-likes, but it's... And beyond that, in the Horde Survival-like mechanic and the meta progression, there's no real comparison. Bullets. You see, bullets aren't so good for me with this build because I'm using a sword. So it's sword and not bullet, right? That didn't seem to be applying when I was whacking things with a sword in my testing. This one might. Everything I kill explodes into smaller bullets. This should work. Let's see. It's maybe not. I'm not seeing it. Maybe it is. This little... That's Catalyst. Just smash that and you see the little beep. Yep. So that's a bit of the meta progression as well. There's a lot of meta progression in this game. And I do appreciate devs actually including the meta progression component of the game, not just the currency to accrue it, right? And have it like, well, some devs will have the demo out and then you'll keep your progress you unlocked in the demo into the main game to incentivize you to pick up, to take to the next step, right? Makes sense. Whereas in this, they actually allowed you to play with a bit of meta progression. Like, I can unlock different guns, I can make my character faster, get better healing, get another dash. It's pretty powerful meta progression stuff. I actually did a write-up on this game, quickly looking. More damage, increased pickup range, some healing based on level ups, because healing in this, I haven't seen any actually drop. This controller support as well. 4 different main guns in the main game to unlock, but as you've seen, there are more in the demo. There'll be more in the full game. As in bullet, not so helpful with my blade. Extra bullet, but I'm not firing the bullet right now, so no. I'd like a reroll option here, probably have to unlock that. Yeah, so it's kind of giving you an indication of how it's going to, how the tree is going to develop, which is interesting. It's giving you a little bit of planning ahead, so it doesn't seem to be directly random. That's different. That's another difference from, say, a Vampire Survival-like, where they're normally very, you get what you get, and you don't get upset, right? Or maybe you do. Precision, every time I hit without missing. Well, I mean, sure, that seems like I want that. Just, I mean, it's a cone. It's a, what is that? Is that a 180 cone? No, it's not quite one. It maybe is. It's one whole half side, so yeah. Half of 360, right? It is 180. I was thinking it might be like a 120. No, it's quite generous in terms of what I hit. For every stack, I get 0.3 damage. Well, you know how to excite me, game. Give me 0.3 of something. That's so, who cares, anemic. The 5% flat buff, and then 0.3, like, I don't feel like doing math in my head. That would be, I think it stacks to 20 times 0.3. That's not exciting. Electric field. I lose an electric field every 9 seconds. If they walk through it, they take 20% damage of my damage. Also gives me 5% movement speed. It creates this kind of weird shield thing there. But it's lightning-y. Okay. Sure. Let's see if it's actually... Oh, well. I wanted to check it if it was doing anything. It seems like it... Yeah, it is. It's okay. That's the clear pick. So see, it's not... It starts off pretty gentle. I'm a robot. I'm trying to devour these cores, I guess, by finding the enemy bots. I'm a good bot or a bad bot? I'm not certain. Electrification. Get a 20% fire rate when inside the electric field. Yeah, that seems cool, because I kind of fight in my purple sphere. Okay, yeah, it's faster. That's nice. So the build is coming together, right? But anyway, I was comparing this to, say, Vampire Survivors just because that's what everyone knows, right? You know, it's super popular for some reason, because it's power fantasy. It's very accessible. I mean, all you're controlling is your build and where you move. That was stupid of me. But yeah, I showed you if there is collision on some objects, and there are little explosive things in this zone. Annoying. Anyway, this lets me show the hit points are there, and that healing doesn't really... I do have a bit of meta progression in that... I need to group these up more. A bit of meta progression in that eventually I should be getting some healing, so we can see if that works. The enemy variety initially is just these spider bots, and then they'll get the explosive ones. There'll be bigger ones that will start coming out. Again, this is a bullet, so that's not going to do anything for me. Bullets hit and destroy enemy bullets. Here's the thing, most enemies don't actually shoot bullets until later. Like most Vampire Survival likes, the ranged enemies are the most threatening, so the game's going to throw swarms of melee at you that have bump damage, just so you know. I mean, dark matter, every 5 seconds if hit by a bullet, it explodes. I mean, okay, it just, does it do damage? Does it slow them down? I have to shoot it? That's kind of crappy. I don't like that ability. I mean, I think it would like pull them or something. Do something cool. Not just, oh, you have to shoot it. I don't want to swap over to the crappy gun just to get a little incidental damage. Yeah, these guys explode. Watch out for them. Okay, they're pretty manageable. But as I keep trying to say, but something interesting keeps happening. This game is actually more of a 20 Minutes Till Dawn, which some people might know as 10 Minutes Till Dawn, the free demo of the game. It was a big deal. It still is a big deal. It's really good. In that, what are we gonna want here? Every dash fires bullets. I haven't dashed once. I haven't needed to. Summons a dark minion that moves around, deals 25% damage. Yeah, so I get a little buddy. Looks like a magnet. Okay, he's a pointy magnet. All right. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Okay. So there's another enemy, so like a mid-boss kind of thing. You drop that guy, you should get, well, he's just, the named bosses will drop the mithril. Yeah, it's mithril, the white, there, the white ore. Oh yeah, Machine Gunner Mark II. It's not always Machine Gunner Mark II. Alright, here we go. This guy is actually ranged. Yeah, so he's actually the threat, right? So just strafe a bit. I do have 2 dashes. But if I can concentrate and talk, I like that orbiting thing. That's pretty good. Now note, I'm not getting XP until I pick up the orbs, right? But they do not disappear. Those orange within run progression level ups, they do not disappear, thankfully. Alright, that's like never been popular. Pickups disappearing. Who do you think of winning over with that? No one. No one likes that. Oh, okay. He's gonna do that. Can I whack those out of the air? No. So maybe if I got the... But then it was very specific about bullets destroying projectiles. It'd be cool if I could chop them out of the air. If I do get that upgrade, I'll try to take that. Get a little spin there. Nice. Yep. So... yeah, thank you, Turd Bot. Love it. Okay. Never level up. Explosive dash or lightning bolts. I'm gonna go for the lightning bolt, and 5%. There's a lot of. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, 20 Minutes Till Dawn, because note when I fire, I move at half speed, right? So there's a decision in terms of when I fire and when I don't, right? So not firing means I move at full speed. When I attack or fire, I move at half while firing. There's more of a pronounced effect with the machine gun, the energy rifle, which I'll show as the default weapon. It's really good. A bit loud though, but it is nice. It's also a shotgun, which I was not impressed with at all. Most games get shotguns wrong, and they feel craptastic. They have like trash range, and they're only good super up close, and they. I mean, if the shotgun's a bad shotgun, I don't want it. No, I'd rather pretend it doesn't exist. Anyway. Okay. So explosive guy, thank you. Now those things will hurt enemies, those little crystal explosive trap things. Just good. They're nice and funneled at least, but I'm leaving too much of these big guys up. That guy there. So the damage is getting nice. Singularity. 40% chance of summoning 2 dark matter orbs. What do those do? If hit by bullets, they explode. Okay. So there's not. It's a chance that they will spawn, but not a guarantee. So you can also pause the game if you wish. Check out your meta currency. See how cool you're doing, right? I'm probably gonna die here. Oh, I didn't. Nice. Hit points have not went up yet. Take out this little guy. It'd be nice. But if you played 20 Minutes Till Dawn, you'll see why I compare it to that game. Obviously, stylistically very different. That game looks such style in that game. It's very dark, but it makes good use of color, particularly red. Whereas this game, mechanically, it's somewhat similar in that the movement speed is reduced when you're firing or attacking. If you have a machine gun or something, you actively reload, right? Or the character will reload at the end of a fire. You don't actively reload, but you have to reload, right? Your gun has some kind of acknowledgement that it has ammunition, it has to feed it, right? And you aim, and you directly fire. It's not just a game you play with one hand, right? That's what Vampire Survivors is. It's a very, very, very accessible, that'll run on any kind of potato, really, power fantasy of someone who's tired and doesn't have the energy for a more traditional power fantasy, which would be something like Diablo, right? That's actually the main, I think, influence or genesis for Vampire Survivor, like originally the Diablo likes the action RPG, right? I mean, Vampire Survivor likes, I suppose, strictly speaking, is an RPG because you do set up a build and you do customize. It's not a very in-depth RPG. See, yeah. So bump damage, I'm showing you that, yes. And that you actually don't have any iframes by default. Well, when you're first, well, after the dash you don't, but you can get it. So I did not so great. First time I did a lot better, but I was distracted maybe. Well, let's go back to the menu. You can just restart immediately, and I can show off the meta progression, which is good. So when you want to swap the gun, you just go here. I'll show off the main gun here. Gravity Blaster. Oh, why not? We'll play with that. Fires boomerang bullets capable of striking multiple enemies. I hope it's not annoying. I select it. So when you pick it, you have to select it. Otherwise, you don't get it. This is the one component of the meta progression. This uses the blue, but also uses other things too, right? If I want, come on. If I want that, if I want to increase my reload time by an impressive -4%, which is, who cares? You can do that. But again, you don't just get that. It ticks and ticks. So, like, this didn't start at 12, right? It's 12 now. So now I'm dealing 16%, 20% more damage. That's huge. So meta progression is very, very, very potent. Pretty much, the game is balanced in such a way that you're not going to win unless you stack it, right? So it's firmly a roguelite. A Horde Survival roguelite. And then you can also get Overload. Increases your damage by 30% when you have full HP. Bullet range. I find the bullet range of most of the guns actually pretty decent, beyond the shotgun, which is just anemic. And movement speed is another huge one. Here's what I was hoping would trigger. Heals 1 HP every 5 level ups. Maybe I didn't have it activated? And what does this do? Heal 1 HP every 4 level ups. So see, healing is rare. I can also upgrade my components. This will be available in the full game, I guess. Can't play with those yet. And achievements. What achievements do I have? Not much. We'll try again. I guess there'll be other zones as well, which is nice. Alright, so now I'm going to be serious, right? It's shooting me into black holes. That's kind of cool. It doesn't sound annoying either. Like, that's the worst thing. If the gun... Oh, I like this gun. It doesn't hit as hard as the energy blaster, which I'll show next. But, oh, every weapon also has an alternate fire, right? Well, the alternate fire on the last gun I was using was a sword, right? A sword or a blaster. But the blaster's junk. Energy shield. Energy shield's not actually that good in this because it doesn't block melee. It only blocks range attacks. So it would have been nice last time, but not ideal. Shooting from behind you, I think, would be very handy in this because my kill time's a bit slow with this gun. So trying to stop an enemy that creeps up behind me would be very nice. And I have that damage shield effect. This is a very nice gun. It's just good for controlling. And look, I'm not having to reload it. It doesn't reload. It doesn't have a reload animation. You don't have to worry about reloading. Berserk. Berserk's not so great in this. I never say Berserk's not great because the enemy is awesome. But Berserk mode, every 20 kills, so it's not predictable, right? In one thing. And then Will Berserk, for 5 whole seconds, I get 15% movement speed. That's okay, great, whatever. Eventually, I suppose you can always keep it active, but if your damage gets enough, but 5% movement speed for an early pick, nah. 15% chance of freezing bullets. Yeah, this should help me with crowd control. Yeah, we go. Nice, nice. So it's freezing the bots. So obviously I want to group them up so I can just get maximum efficiency from the coming and going in and out. But again, that's mostly a Vampire Survivor likes. Legendary Berserk. It's the same thing. Homing rear shot, sure. Trying to see if it will do it. Yeah, okay, that's kind of cool. So I gotta group these things up, but I'm trying to think of what Vampire Survivor like, what Horde Survival like. This is not a Vampire Survivor like. Any of that kind of game. Like when you're not supposed to group things up. You're pretty much always supposed to group things up, right? Even if you have very linear damage or you're piercing through things, you still want them grouped up, right? You don't want multiple groups of enemies you have to keep track of on you. No, that's horrible. A rotating shield protects from bullets. Bullets that hit enemies or obstacles release electricity. Okay. That's nice, so I get a little bit of a chain lightning effect too, a very light one. Yeah, but this is nice. So no, so then I have a choice to go faster, right? Which is meaningful. So movement choices are meaningful. Player has to aim, right? I have a dash. I have double dash, actually. I can 2 dash if I want. And then those pips will come back. And it means you have to remember I do have bump damage, and I don't have any, by default, iframes after my dash. But from memory, I think I noted it, actually. I have either 3 or 4 second bit of iframes after hit. 3 seconds of iframes by default when hit. But again, you've been hit, so it's not great. Right, you get out of there. And that, it does deal some damage. That's crystals there. I would like some more environmental interactivity in terms of the zone changing. I mean, I haven't seen much procedural generation here. 10% chance to fire 4 bullets diagonally. Every 4 shots, fire a piercing, freezing bullet. I want to see how this interacts with my... Yeah, okay, it is. That's cool. Wasn't certain if it would be range limited because this one kind of boomerangs, but no, it works quite nicely. It's a bit of a crowd control build, not very bursty, but effective. I've lasted 2 minutes. It doesn't have range though, whereas the energy blaster has a lot of range. So the guns do feel different. I do like that. It's very important to nail. Instead of just different flavors of just the same old stuff. That's horrible. There's none of that here, thankfully. Reminds me of the magic from Oblivion, like the elemental magic. Oh, so bad. You had firebolts and you had lightning bolt. The sole difference was it deals lightning damage or fire damage. That was it. And cold was a little cheaper because it had more immunities. Like Undead had a lot of immunities to it. Nords are immune. Things like that. Electric field. Yeah, electric field was alright. I mean, it's something. But it's something that visually distracts me. Because, like, I'm looking around for enemies creeping up on me. I'm looking around for red lines. Looking out for projectiles coming at me. If I do see a shield coming again, I will take it. Because the heavy hex fire HX3 is spawned. All he likes to do is that... Oh, he does mortar attacks on me. I haven't seen this guy before. Nice. So the bosses do feel good. The mid-bosses. Right? Alright, got bail. But the more things you have to track, the more difficult it is, right? Diagonal blast. Overload. Kill 4 enemies. Call down lightning. Okay, sure. My kill speed's getting a bit higher up there, so... Okay. I'll do that. Like, this does feel very different compared to the energy gun. You'll see it, because that'll be the next thing I'll use. Like, not having to worry about reloading, but having reduced range, right? And having... No. So I just see? I don't even have to dash to dodge that, but if I keep firing, I'm probably not going to be able to. And he's absent significant movement speed upgrades. Like, that would be the main defense ability your character has. Like, the dash, yeah, that's for emergencies, though. Because you dash through... Your dash doesn't have collision, right? I can just dash through enemies. Right, I'll show it here. Boop. Well, you see, I dashed through enemies and took a stupid hit because there's no iframes after the dash, right? I took that hit for you, so just so you could see that. Should be using my active ability off my right mouse button more. My more powerful ability. Oh, yeah, okay. Haven't been using that as much as I should be. Another level up. Chain lightning. Killing enemy with 100 electricity is a 100% chance to chain the lightning. That could be pretty nice, because I have taken a bunch of lightning abilities. I guess I'll start focusing on that. It's got nice music too. Fitting. Feels like synthwave. Yeah, shot in the butt. Thank you. Every time I don't take shields, shot in the butt. Thanks. So yeah, the shields maybe I was a bit sleeping on them. Because the bosses do use guns, and the turrets you can creep into. Yeah, they will take little shots on you. The reduced range is surprisingly, like, impacts how I play quite a bit. Not as much, well, not to the same extent as the sword guy did, but it does. See, now those are getting in, like, smaller bots that are more standard enemies now. They're nowhere near as tanky as the Bane guys, those big guys there. But if I can drop that guy, I will get another. What is that? Nothing. How many meteors, mortars do you fire out? 3. Ow. Yuck. Alright, I'm gonna die. Yeah. I'm like rock, and then boop. So the game's not super easy. I do better when I'm not recording, but. So if it's the upgrades I went with, alright. So let's see here. Got some more meta progression I can go for. Obviously, you're going to need it to win. Death, Flame Volley, see different abilities. Gravity Orbs was quite good, but limited range. They usually probably help too once the main game launches, or they add them in. Heal 1 HP every 4 levels. This would be helpful if I take an early hit. Increase maximum dashes by 1. Yeah, so that's huge. Give me that. And this opens up again. It's sort of like a little sphere grid. Kind of, it's not a sphere, but it's a little grid, right? Create a shield that blocks 1 damage. It recharges every 5 minutes. So yeah, again, this is super powerful, right? You're getting like a free hit every 5 minutes. So if you mess up and get shot in the butt or something, you didn't. Overload. What? Oh, I just push overload and it overloads. Oh. Is it one or the other? Okay. So that's a trap. Don't do that. You're gonna get hit. Being able to increase the amount of collected energy by 5% is huge. Increase the amount of collected experience. So this is more meta progression boosting. This is more within run progression boosting. Number of component slots. I don't believe I actually have any though, because I can't use them. But look what that does. To banish a power. So yeah, I wish I'd seen that earlier. So yeah, I can just take stuff out. Like if I see a build, a collection selection I don't like, I can just go, no, I don't want that. Gain the ability to reroll power-ups in a level up. Oh, okay, so you can banish it. Oh, that's quite nice too. So this is the reroll, and this is just, no, I don't ever want to see it again. I don't like it, all right? Pretty cool. Pickup range, yeah. This will help me level up far faster. And every time you get hit, you collect all experience left on the ground. I don't like this. This creates an incentive to get hit, which is not a good idea. And it probably only applies when you take damage, not you would have taken a hit, but you blocked it somehow, right? Alright, I'm going to be serious. See how this gun feels different? Look at the range on this. Oh, I should show. No zoom or camera control. You just focus on this sort of isometric? I think it's isometric. Yeah, I'm thinking. It's a locked camera. It's at that sort of orientation. I believe this is isometric, yeah. Yeah, it feels it. There, I'm going to take out these guns. I ain't getting any more cheap shots on me. You see how it feels different? Because this thing has a lot of range. But yeah, it has a reload. It doesn't have the boomerang effect. It also has a sort of shotgun effect, but effective shotgun effect. One more bullet, I'll take that. Less damage, but they still travel. And overall DPS increase. This is like the starting build, and I just did the best with it. You need to go. This is bad, don't do this. Don't let them group up on you like that. You gotta funnel them. See, see how the movement speed being negatively impacted by the firing is so impactful here? Because I'm always firing, right? So sometimes I want to be faster, sometimes I don't. And this is also highlighting why movement speed is so potent in these sorts of games. It's like the thing for survivability. Beyond just more dash. Dash is nice too. Level ups. Alright, here we go. Bursting shot. Every time you kill an enemy, explodes. Sure. I mean, I'll be killing a lot of enemies, so. Yeah. That extra dash will really help me once the real bullet hell begins and the enemies, the bosses start spawning. There we go, another level up. Every dash fires 4 bullets. The extra bullets inflict burn. I don't care about burn. Burning bullets. What are we getting? Like 2 burn. Bullets burn enemies, dealing damage over time. I don't know, 7% more damage. Fine, I'll take it. Puts a little dot on him. It's whatever, fine. It's actually not bad with this build because I already split the bullets. There's circular motions, figure 8 motions. Just use distance, use your speed. XP bar is that big white bar there, as you might have guessed. HP is over there. You got the list of the upgrades you have over there. Electric field. Frost flame. Frost flame. That's what World of Warcraft. Get 15% chance to fire freezing bullets that freeze for 2 seconds. Crowd control. That's good. That's another way of giving me some survivability. Frozen enemies hit. Take an additional 10% and unfreeze. Sure. I'll take it. I wonder, oh, they called it Frost Flame, right? So kind of like hinting that it's going to play well with fire. Which was a World of Warcraft thing from Wrath of the Lich King, actually, a decade ago. Where, like, previously Wizard and Fire and Ice builds were very separate, right? Most people did Frost builds, right, for survivability, but then Frost Flame was added, which was a Frost ability that the Wizards could use, and it also had a dot on it, so it was good versus Rogues, so they couldn't stealth, because Rogues, they take damage, well, it used to be that way, I'm sure it still is, because a major balance component. If a rogue takes damage while stealth, they de-stealth, right? You could dot them or put a word of pain on them or something. Light them on fire. Ice Pierce. Every 4 shots fire a piercing bolt. Yeah. It's cool. I'll go for that. It'd be cool if you could like interact with these things. Like it's a borehole driller, right? We're doing some kind of mining operation here. Like I probably should be able to interact with these things. Defend the crystal. Like defend the crystal, and you're like you over here, beep 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 boop, and the crystal like shoots us like it's like some kind of like blood laser out, or something like that. Or maybe it's like a blood dragon crawls out and says, "Thanks for defending me, buddy." Like more story elements, right? Like make the environment different, and meaningful, right? Like different things, do different things. Like a crack where the creepy robot spiders are spawning in from, like the I don't know, like the Cyber Metroid or something, spawning these weird spider bots, right? Like where are they coming from? The edges of the screen, right? Why? Like make it meaningful, right? Look at Vampire Survivors. Look at Toy Mins Til Dawn. Give a rationale. Give a reasoning. Could be just portals I destroy, right? That works. It's nice and nebulous. Could be anything, right? Extra bullet. Extra fire. I mean, is that extra fire, extra damage all around, or just extra fire damage, right? I don't know. It's unclear. But whatever. It seems good. I have to take out those big guys. See, I'm doing much better. Because I have a better engagement distance, so it's less failure. I'm less failure prone here. But the closer you are, right, you have less time to react, right? I'm not dancing inside a giant blue sphere, which is distracting me, right? Now, look how long and far my projectiles can travel. Very nice. Shotguns should be able to do this too, right? I mean, you can already balance them just by the rate of fire, right? And give me lots of pellets too, right? Maybe it could be like a slug shotgun, right? Has a little knockback effect on them. Energy shield, I said I'll take it, so I'll take it. Oh, okay, we got the Scarlet Monolith. Yeah. Not the Obsidian Monolith, like, it's different, right? This one's not going to force evolve primates or anything. This one's just going to laze you. So, yeah. It shoots a nasty laser, you think? Yeah, just kite this thing. Oh, okay, that's going to go... Yeah, that. Alright, so just keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. The danger is that these other guys are going to creep up behind you when that thing is going on. So I got to clear a hole. Weakness, it has short range though, so. My kill time's alright. Just gotta clear that. Oh, it'd be cool if the laser actually killed those things too. That'd be nice. No, that's bad. Don't do that. Was that healing that dropped? Nice. I think it dropped because of the feat I had, and I don't need it, but it's cool. Ah, didn't expect that. He has a different sort of frost explosion. If you kill a frozen enemy, I'm doing quite a bit of that. It explodes. Okay, more explosion. That's good. I like that. Explosion makes me happy. I need to deal with you. Get some more blue crystals out of that if you need it. They're pretty easy to get though. Note, you actually get blue crystals when you get kills, right? Whereas, I took them out. Those are within the one progression, the sort of orange orbs. And then the catalyst you find around, just attack them. That's some of the meta progression as well. And I got one, the Mythalar. Mithril. I call them Mythalar. Mythalar is probably a better name than what these things are, right? I attack Mythalar, right? It's letting them spawn the enemies, right? So if I take out the thing, maybe I should, like, the enemies will, like, temporarily, like, stop spawning, right? And I could auto-collect all the things, right? I think, I don't know if you want to break it up in different levels. Probably not. But you could, like, different types of enemies spawn, right? Or you could spawn your own enemies that work for you for a little bit, right? Or they can use it to give you a powerful ability, I suppose, which is what we're doing with the meta progression, but... I mean, I'm not missing much, so I guess I'll take precision. Whatever. I should note I'm actually holding down the left mouse button. The game's not going to make you click it every time for a rapid fire weapon. That's not good. Right. It doesn't do that. It's an automatic weapon. You can just hold down the trigger, hold down the left mouse button, fire. The game works all right with mouse and keyboard, with gamepad, but I found mouse and keyboard just felt better. Which is pretty much in general how it is. It's just the gamepad is better with platformers if you're into those, and side scrollers particularly. Because I was optimized for that. It was designed for that, right? Original Mario, back in the 80s. Side scroller. Side-scrolling platformer, right? It's doing alright. I've made it like 10.5 minutes as I was making my notes. So they are getting like in most Horde Survival likes, the enemies get stronger as you go along. Might be cool if the enemies look different as they got stronger, or get bigger and bulkier, maybe they're a bit slower. Every dash fires 4 bullets. A simulator drone, yeah, that's kind of cool. Makes you think it's gonna be like a Borg thing. No. Summons a minion that automatically collects XP and deals damage. Actually very good. Experience collected by the minion is multiplied, so he's better picking up goodies than me. There he is. I do wish you could take damage though. Like, so the enemies like serve like a little crowd control function, then I can just replicate another one. Or it's called a simulator drone. Maybe I like fire some kind of projectile at the bot and I take it over. That'd be so cool, right? So much more interesting than, oh, I spawned bot. Where did the bot come from? Why is it invulnerable? Who knows? It's flying over their head, I guess. I don't know. Everyone else is a spider bot. It's like, okay, you can fly. Why don't you fly, Mr. Robo Core Devourer? Like, oh no, I can't do that. I wouldn't have the energy to fire all my guns all this time if I had to fly. Okay, it's like fair, all right. Why don't you just fly then and have missiles? Like, shoot him. Yep. I mean, because that would make sense to me. Although maybe run on missiles. You can fabricate more, right? Well, maybe that's what I'm doing here. I'm fabricating missiles, right? Like, there's a lot of depth potential in this. Circular shot, yeah, because the enemies are spawning quite a bit. So firing more bullets, more DACA is really what I want here. And getting rid of these guys here be helpful. So they don't drop much of anything. Just kind of remove the threat they pose. A little critique I had, it's a minor thing. But you see, like, whenever you say I have dashes down there for my pips, that's really good, I like that. But I would like a notification on my character when my super build, my more powerful ability is off cooldown, right? It's right over there, but you're not looking upper left, far upper left. No, you're looking down at the character, right? So you want like a little like energy bar or something to the side of them, indicating when that's ready to fire again. I'm trying to think, there's a Horde Survival like that did that. I don't remember which one it was. I played so many of them. Right. And that's why it's very important they all look different, right? And feel different, right? Because it's pretty easy for this genre to blur together. And that's why a lot of Horde Survival likes, or Vampire Survival likes in general, particularly, did not do well. Because it's Vampire Survival likes, but it's prehistoric. Or it's Vampire Survival likes, but it's Vikings. It's like, but it looks almost the same, right? So at least you need to mix up the graphical look. And the gameplay. Because, I mean, they already got the fix from Vampire Survivors. Like, you're not the Vampire Survivor, you're not going to compete with that. So be different, right? Go beyond them. It's not hard. It's not hard at all to do that. You just have to want to do that and take the risk. For every stack you get, okay, fire rate should get up there if I just keep firing into clusters of enemies. Alright, so the DACA is getting up there. I like that. Like, it'd be cool if these things did things beyond just getting my way and visually distracting me and blocking me. Okay, the other boss. Heavy Fire HX3. So he fires stuff, and he's the mortar guy. Well, I could, like, charge this up and, like, stand by it for a little bit, and a circle counts down and fires off a huge crystal laser or something. And I could, like, move it maybe as I push it. Oh, that'd be so cool. Like, let the environment be more meaningful, right? This is the glorified featureless plane, is what's going on here. Vampire Survivors has done that to death, and it's many likes. So there's more progression right there. I've seen many Horde Survival likes, Wave Survival games that didn't make effective use of the arena. It's a flat space. See, there's no inclines here. There's no hills, no pits to fall in. There are some little traps, but those are, yeah, that's something. But elevation, something, right? Like a cliff face I can get on, right? Or hover up or jump on, right? Give me a jump, that'd be cool. Right? And the enemies, spider bots have to climb up. They can climb up, of course, because they're spiders, right? So they'd still be able to get to me, but slow them down, yeah? Like, or maybe I can climb up here and they start chewing it apart, and then it's gonna explode, right? Like this thing does. That's just something. That's cool. More things like that. Not exactly like that, but different, right? This, I can destroy and get some blue crystal. I need to do more than that. Blue crystals, I'm getting crap ton of blue crystals just shooting these guys. I need to do more than that. Explosive burn. If every 5 stacks get piercing, that's pretty good, because these packs are getting dense. Just blowing through them would be nice. Which is good. Pierce is going to let me do. I gotta take out that mortar boy. Mortar bot. He's not a murder bot. Well, he's a murder bot too. He's also a mortar bot, right? So Pierce would be very good there. Yeah. But see, the game's... God, okay. The shield helped me there. Okay, I didn't have a graphical effect, but it did. I like that dodge roll. The bot. That's pretty cool. I like that. So there's real potential here. It just needs more. Differentiate yourself more from the other wave survival, horde survival games, right? To stand out from the pack, right? Let's get a low poly aesthetic, right? That's, you know, lots of these things, if they don't go pixely, they go for the low poly aesthetic, right? So graphically, I mean, are we really standing out here? Gameplay wise is where you aim to stand out. Even if you're graphically going to stand out, don't just do the graphics thing, that's not enough. Oh, I haven't seen these enemies before. These things are cool. They're tanky and they got like the spinning bug laser boy things. I like them. Alright, check out that guy. And he dropped the goodies. I auto picked it up. I didn't have to go and go loot it. But maybe I should. Maybe like when he dies, he like his limbs get blown off or something. I go interact with the chassis for a bit and then harvest it. Just getting loot is... Blast of fire. Before dashing. Okay, so does this trigger on dash? Yeah, okay. Release a blast of fire that deals 20% damage and burns enemies. I kind of like that. It gives my dash an offensive use because I don't use it that much. The minion gets bigger. Making Bug Boy bigger is cool. 3% chance. 3% is not exciting. You're already losing me. It needs to be at least 10% to excite me. 3% chance for bullets to explode when hitting a burning enemy. I mean, for a lot of bullets, no, I want the explosive burst from the... Oh, that didn't look appealing at all. I was looking for it and I got dashed into the laser. Ew. Instant buyer's remorse. But I do like how I can freeze those laser bugs. That is nice. But the game's particularly trying to kill me now. I haven't been up to 12, 15 before. So, that's nice. The game's turning it on. Tell a lot of these games. That looks like a sword. I like that. Yep. Okay, these guys creeping up behind me. That's not cool. If I can get enough level ups, I can actually get my hit points back. Dash through. Did I actually get hit off that? That irks me. I was hitting it pretty fast, but because I don't have that iframes immediately after the dash, that's catalyst there. I don't get it. Yeah, I just feel cheated there. It's fine. Minor. But again, before you have that ability, you can't... I don't think I took the hit there. I might have. I might have. I don't know. Because I can use the... I can't use the dash to completely ignore them. Chew right and dash right through. I can kind of sort of like zigzag. That didn't feel like it should have hit me. I hit space. But yeah, you see the dash is limited in this. Until you upgrade it, you can't really rely on it to get through a horde. You get away from them. It's pretty good. Let's see what I got here. Better. Eclipse time, about 13 minutes, level 15. Did I unlock anything? Wait, I know I did, but did I unlock any kind of like level? Reload time by 4%. You see, that'd be effective with the gun I was just using. Gain the ability to banish power. No, I want the ability to reroll. Increase the chance of getting power-ups for higher rarity. So this is just straight up power. So you're gonna get the good stuff, I guess. Dash. I mean, I don't need the dash. Creates a shield that blocks 1 damage. And that's pretty affordable too. Increase the amount of collected energy. Yeah. And then by 20%. Yeah, sure. And I can overload it to get 50, but decrease maximum. Oh my god. For 15%, but less HP. That's probably not worth it. The amount of XP, and every time you get hit, you collect. Number of component slots. That's not quite. I can't use those yet. Decrease the special ability cooldown by 5%. This is gonna be potent. It's probably gonna go like 20. Fire rate by 4%. I can't afford. You won't let me have that. Oh, because I didn't take one of these. Reload time down. Okay. Anyway, pretty cool game, right? Interesting. Real potential. This is Core Devourer demo off Steam. Gonna play something else now. Next, gonna play some Knights of Chalice 2, I think. This will be a short little stream. The next one will be more lengthy. I just like to mix things up. Like real time, then turn-based, heavy tactical stuff, and more chill stuff that people also might be interested in. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Bye.